Welcome to another edition of the Bald Eagle Experience. With us today we have Melody Miller, a 1981 BEA graduate who went on to become the Senior Vice President of Global Credit Products for MasterCard International. Melody, could you tell us about your decision to go on to college and your experiences that led up to that decision?
Sure, and first, Karen, thank you very much for asking me to come and speak to the students. I appreciate it a lot. And in 1981, college was the furthest thing from my mind. I didn't have the financial means to be going to college. I was actually a vo-tech student, and when I graduated, I was a waitress at a local hotel. And then I found that my options were really limited. I wasn't able to get the kind of jobs I thought I wanted. And lucky for me, I was able to find what you would call these days a mentor. At the time, I didn't know it was a mentor, and it was my high school boyfriend's mother. She was able to help me. She thought I should be going to college. She took me to the interviews. She got me up at Penn State. She helped me fill out the forms. And next thing you knew, I started one semester late, but I went to college.
Very good. So after you finished your college, well, I guess first we want to say what you ended up with your getting a degree in college.
Sure, I was an individual and family studies major, which is a kind of a blend of psychology and sociology, and I thought I wanted to do counseling.
And so as you got towards the end of college, you had another decision to make.
Right.
So tell me about that.
So I was in my third year of college, and again, I realized, oh, individual and family studies, counseling, that's not really going to help me pay my student loans off. Again, I'm not wealthy. And I buckled down and decided I was going to go to graduate school. So I got myself into Cornell and didn't even take a break. I just went straight from undergrad into graduate school.
Okay. And then can you then talk about your career path? So this is very interesting. So you didn't know what you were going to do, then you went to individual and family studies, and now you're thinking you want to change again. So talk about then after
Sure.
graduate school.
I guess my advice to people is, don't think you have it all figured out, because you never really do have it all figured out. I still don't have it all figured out, but every decision has been a pleasant change. So I went to graduate school, and I was working on my PhD. The goal was to be a professor, and I was specializing in domestic violence. I wanted to be a professor who did research and tried to help women who were victims of domestic violence. But really quickly into that, I figured out I can't sit in the library and do research for the rest of my life. I wanted to be out with people. Started monitoring some marketing classes, left Cornell with a master's, but a keen interest to have a marketing career.
Okay. So you did go into some marketing.
Right, and how I did that, so you may be thinking, well, she left with a degree in human development and family studies. How in the world did she get a marketing job? Which again, life is a series of figure it out. I returned back to the area, back to Center County, and I got married, and I was up at Penn State, and I started doing free labor for a marketing professor. So it was kind of pro bono work, helping him code his data in exchange for a reference. And next thing you knew, I got a good reference from him, and I had a job in Indiana, so I moved to Indianapolis. And that started my corporate career.
So then you went to MasterCard after that position?
Right. Part of my life goal, is from as young as I can remember, was I wanted to travel the world and see the world. And so I had my eye on how was I going to have a corporate career that was going to allow me to do that. And MasterCard's an international company. And lo and behold, I have seen the world. I've been to China, Japan, Australia, all over Europe. And so I looked for a company that would mesh with my needs.
Mm-hmm. And so now you're retired now from MasterCard, but you have created coming back and giving back to the area, have created a scholarship through the school district. And can you tell us a little bit about your decision to do that?
Sure. I would say it was maybe 5 years ago now. education's been very important to me. It's been a very important part of my life. And without it, I wouldn't have achieved my goals. And I wanted to give back, and I wanted to give back very much to the students of Bald Eagle. And I wanted to say thank you to the Valmonts who helped me. If you go back to the beginning of my story, which was the mother of the boyfriend who helped me, was the Valmonts. So this is the Valmont Scholarship, and it's given once a year to a Bald Eagle student.
So after that, what advice do you have for students facing these similar types of challenges that you faced many years ago?
Sure. My key message is don't think you have it all figured out. If you have an idea of what you want to do, go for it. As weird as it may be, give it a shot. No one in my family at all had gone to college before. I wanted to see the world. I don't know how you got from years ago a vo-tech student who was going to stay in Centre County, but through various changes, I've achieved my goal. And so don't think one path is going to lead you to your goal.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What does the Bald Eagle experience mean to you?
It's funny, I came and spoke to the senior honors group a few years ago, and at that time I did a lot of thinking about what the Bald Eagle experience meant to me. And what the Bald Eagle experience meant to me was really, this was the place where you got to form friendships you have the rest of your life. And really, these are the people that you will have with you the rest of your life. And it's a community. Mm-hmm. Bald Eagle's a great sense of community. No matter where I go, I know I have these people. Yep. And that's what the experience meant to me.
Good, very good. Well, Melody, thank you very much for taking the time to come and talk to us today.
Thank you very much, Karen.